Cops found a submarine in the Everglades, then they opened the hatch. Florida wildlife officers were patrolling the Everglades when something strange broke the surface of the swamp. Half buried in weeds and mud was the curved, rusty shell of what looked like a submarine in the middle of a swamp. They slowed their boat, eyes fixed on the dark shape. It wasn't driftwood, it wasn't a rock. Metal glinted beneath the slime. One officer tapped it with a pole, clang. Hollow, man-made, and far too big to be trash. As they pushed closer, the outline became clear. Welded plates, a small hatch on top. The thing looked like it had been built in a hurry, with no care for appearance, only purpose. Backup arrived. Ropes were tied. The swamp was silent except for the creak of winches pulling the object from the water. Mud and weeds slid away, revealing deep dents along one side, like it had been struck or crushed. Something had happened here. Something bad. The hatch was sealed tight, bolts fused with rust. For minutes, they struggled with tools, each twist releasing sharp metallic groans. Finally, with a snap, it opened, sending a wave of foul, heavy air into the humid afternoon. Flashlights cut through the blackness inside. At first, shapes were hard to make out. Then, one by one, details sharpened, and the scene froze every man in place. Two human bodies slumped in the cramped space. Around them, stacked to the ceiling, were waterproof packages stamped with cartel markings. Cocaine, dozens of kilos, enough to be worth millions. The truth came together quickly. The men were members of a Mexican cartel. The submarine, built by hand, was meant to smuggle drugs quietly through the swamp, avoiding police and patrol boats. But a malfunction or collision had crippled it. Water had poured in. In the middle of nowhere, they'd been trapped with no way out. By the time anyone found them, the swamp had kept it secret for years. The bodies, the drugs, the broken vessel, all hidden under a layer of mud and silence. News of the discovery spread fast. Helicopters hovered overhead. TV crews set up on the shore. Locals shook their heads, amazed that something so large and dangerous had been sitting just beneath the water where fishermen and tourists passed every day. The packages were taken away under heavy guard. The submarine was hauled to a secure facility, but even as the investigation closed, one question lingered in every mind. If this was here, what else is still out there, rotting quietly in the dark waters of the Everglades?